What's up, guys? I'm going to do a little bit of Satisfactory. I think we're going to start a new game. I've been playing a good bit. I've gotten pretty far. I've gotten most of the tiers unlocked on the main game. I was just going to play it a little bit and figure out how it worked, and ended up playing it a lot of bit. We'll start with the grass field so you get an idea. How the game starts. The grass fields is the easiest. It's got plenty of flat area to build, plenty of biomass. The rocky desert has nice flat places to build, but not a lot of biomass, which you really need at the beginning of the game. And then the northern forest has a ton of biomass, but it's not very level, so you have to do a lot of smaller builds or vertical building, both of which is great. But we'll start off with this. The music / sounds are repetitive, but not annoying, mostly. And when we start off, when we kick off, we're going to be somewhere near or around the starting valley. It can be anywhere in this general area, but it's the easiest start. There's nothing around but the warthogs, which are the easiest of the mobs on the ground to beat. Even if you're up high, you want to find where the actual valley is and get into the valley to build. It just makes things easier. You'll know you're in the valley. There's 3 iron deposits in the valley, but I'll show you once we do the little tutorial entry. Sorry for the frame rate.
Attention Pioneer. The following instructional video is a summary of your impending duties as an exoplanetary pioneer for Fixit Incorporated. Fixit Pioneers have 3 cyclical assigned pillars of work to ultimately accomplish project assembly. Use provided blueprints to build the necessary buildings. Chart the planet and gather resources to provide desired results and improve your infrastructure. Make sure to report any unusual discoveries to R&D for analysis. Expand your factories, outposts, and pipelines through automation and augmentation. That's it. Get to work and be effective. Warning, planetfall imminent. Please remain seated during full procedure. Atmospheric entry in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Planetfall procedure initialized.
I've gone through this 4 or 5 times now in different areas just to look and see what the games look like. So hopefully at some point to put a skip in so you can get past this.
Planetfall complete. Please ensure the integrity of your multi-purpose exploration suit is at 100%. Remember, efficiency first. Godspeed.
Did it drop me in the valley?
Welcome to Planet Massage 2 ABB, your designated sector in the binary star system of Akicha. I am Ada, also known as Artificial Directory and Assistant, tasked to support pioneers, such as you, in their mission. You are the third of your sector to survive planetfall. Congratulations.
Huzzah! Third place.
Note: objective-based introduction initialized. Welcome to onboarding. First objective: please dismantle the drop pod. The resulting materials will be repurposed to construct a habitat and utility base, from now on referred to as the hub. Note: Fixit Incorporated is cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. This consumable possesses minor healing properties.
Okay, Ada.
Further analysis required to establish object scanner identification.
Alright, Ada is...
This consumable possesses minor healing properties. Further analysis required to establish object scanner identification.
Ada's going to keep talking
Second
off and
objective:
on.
please ensure you have your Fixit Incorporated Xeno Zapper equipped before leaving the drop zone. Note: according to Fixit regulations, every pioneer should have access
Touch
to a
it.
means of
Touch
defense
it.
against extraterrestrial threats.
Nope.
Third objective: please familiarize yourself with the resource scanner to find iron. Note: the acquisition of iron is considered essential in preparation for all future objectives.
Alright, iron's that way, and that way. But what I want is that... What I want is that charcoal right there. And
Studying the remains of this creature might shed light on how to defend yourself in the future. I recommend analysis.
best way to deal with them is just to run up on them. For me, anyway. It's way easier. The worst way is to let them start running. I am not near fast enough to track them as they run around me, and they're quick.
Fourth objective, build the hub. Note: to complete this objective, the resources salvaged from the drop pod will be consumed. Caution: ensure the hub is built on spacious open terrain close to the presence of iron sources.
Okay, Ada.
Failure to do so will likely result in non-optimal progress.
Just a quick note, if you look at the text there where it says press and hold E and pick up the iron, the end says pure. Pure gives you 6 every time you hit it. Poor gives you 1. Yeah. Normal gives you 2. Which I think I will take some of that. And I'm assuming there's something between normal and pure at some point. Maybe that gives you 4. But some of it I don't worry about. Limestone, we'll end up with more limestone than we need. You do want to spend, as you're running around trying to figure out where to set your hub up, grabbing as much of the biomass as you can, the leaves and such. Oh, and early on when Ada was talking about the healing, she was talking about the pale berries and these barrel nuts. Lots of those plants around, and they heal you. The barrel nuts heal you for half a bubble, and the pale berries for full. And you want to pick up wood. Wood as a biomass is much...
Initial scans reveal coloring properties in the flower petals. Further analysis required.
wood gives you much more biomass than leaves do. And considering everything until you get to coal, everything requires biomass. Oh, there you are. Pay better attention. And we'll get a chainsaw at some point and be able to chop these trees down. This game is a lot of gathering. Which is basically just sitting here and holding the E key. Yeah, here we go. We are in the valley that I was mentioning. There he is. Where are you? There you are. We are going to want that little slug right there. See him off in the distance? That's a green slug. But here are the 3 iron nodes, which means if you're looking at these 3 iron nodes and you look off and to the right, the top of the hill right over there is going to be a copper node, and then the limestone node we were just at that he attacked us. And my last playthrough, this was poor. Yeah, impure, there you go. So yeah, it's just 1 every time you hit it. But that's not a problem. Now, you'll get a chainsaw and you'll be able to get rid of these here, and the bigger trees for that matter. However, you cannot get rid of the stone yet. The smaller boulders, where is it? Like these, if you use the chainsaw near them, it will actually destroy them as well and give you limestone. Let's get rid of all this. And take care of this guy. I think it should be just the 1. Make sure. What kind of limestone is that? I think this one's impure too. I don't think these are random. The nodes themselves are absolutely not random. But I don't know if the purity changes. This is impure, yeah. So all of these nodes themselves are pure, but when we put the drill up, it's going to be impure. But that's going to give us plenty to start with. So yeah, impure. Anything? Nope. Grab some of this. Some of this. Some of that. Alright, so most of this is cleared of biomass. Now I know how big these are going to be, so I'm not too awfully worried about where I'm going to place my hub. I will end up picking it up, but I do want to give some distance because I'm going to start my foundations right about where the grass line starts. Alright, wander away. Now figure whatever you place other than foundations at the beginning, you're probably going to want to move around. Because you need to place the hub before you do anything else. I'm going to have to tase you to get rid of you, Emma. Yeah, run. Go on. So I think for now I'm just going to drop my hub. Yeah. I think that's where I want it.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature Manual Craft Bench. Hub Feature Hub Terminal. 5th objective, Hub Upgrade, Storage and Power. Note, the Craft Bench and Hub Terminal are essential for progression to the next objective.
There is a lot of hold left mouse button in this game, so be prepared. Now I know for the first hub upgrade, I think it's like 10 iron plates and 10 rods, or 10 and 20, something like that. Oh look, he's ice skating by. Alrighty then. Right through the rock. It's early access, so take it with a grain of salt. Alright, what did I did plates. Let's do rods. 2 ingots for a plate, 1 ingot for a rod. And you'll be doing these in your head or on a piece of paper before long, trying to figure out what's what. We select the milestone, and it just tells us what we need, and we upgrade. Come on, tell me, Ada.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature Biomass Generator. Hub Feature Personal Storage. Scanner Feature Copper. New equipment, buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the workshop when built, build menu, and craft bench respectively.
Now we won't need
6th objective,
for a
Hub
while.
Upgrade Construction. Note, connect buildings to a generator for power. Note, buildings such as the smelter require a blueprint to be set. Advice, automate the smelting process and use portable miners for optimal results.
So basically it's telling me build this workshop, which I'm going to do. I'm going to put it right here after I spin it around. And this is going to let me build the auto miner. Once I get out of queue, here we go. For the auto miner, yeah, either way I gotta get copper. So, copper's up here at the top of this hill. Oh, missed it. Just trying to snag that bio on the way by. which is really funny because that's what we used to call bathroom breaks. Bio breaks. A little bit of ancient history for you. Come on. There we go. The Caterium I grabbed at the beginning that I can't use right now is important because you're going to want to make quick wire, which allows you to make the exoskeleton. Where are you? I hear you. Just don't see you. You're right behind me, aren't you? Nope. There you are. And he's off. Keep jumping. You'll see him in a second. No, you won't. Where the heck did he go? There he is. Turn around. Every node in the game that I've ever found has something guarding it. This is no exception. Later on, as you go further inland, how many did that give me? 47. As you go further inland, the mobs get harder. The little fireflies are the ones that irritate me the most because I have such a hard time hitting them. But by the time we go further in, we're going to have the stun stick, which helps. And I think I mentioned there's a lot of just standing over this and holding left mouse button or holding the E key. And we're right down there. Now later on we'll get a parachute, so we don't have to worry about taking damage when we jump. We don't have one now. Oh, I left those there. Let me grab those. So there are barrel nuts and pale berries all over the place, so taking damage isn't a big deal. Not that I won't die, because Lord knows I've done that more than once. And you can just eat them as fast as you want. Just fill up. Put that back. Oops. Let's do... Once you clear a mob, at least as of this point, they don't respawn, so you don't have to worry about it too much. Come on. What am I doing here? Ingots. So you can put it away, the stunner, or you can even put it in the box. I don't, because I'll forget and run off and actually need it. But the same with the biomass and all that. I'm really not gonna mess with all that here at the beginning. You know, kind of feed it as little as I need, because we're gonna be making biofuel pretty quick. You don't realize it when you're playing, but when you're recording, you're like, oh, this is really fun. Just let's spend 2 minutes hitting left mouse button. Fortunately, the name of the game is Satisfactory, so we're going to automate all this process so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Well, theoretically, that's what we're going to do. We'll see. And I want a whole bunch of portable miners. The nice thing about portable miners is you can put multiples in one spot. What was that? I can make 6. I want to make... Let's add that to the to-do list. That's going to give me 6. actually have enough iron plates for 7. Well, let's just craft them. I can only lay 3 at the moment, so let's drop what I can. Barrel nuts can go. Keep the limestone. I need all that. Oh, but I can't do this. Hit sort. And that'll give me the other 6. So yeah, you want to make as many of the miners as you can. I kind of prefer 2 at each node, just to collect faster, especially at the beginning. We're going to end up using them to build automated miners, or the big miners that we can hook conveyor belts up to. Alright, where are you? There you are. I'll put 1 there, put 2 here, and then we'll put 1 here. And then I'm going to run up to the copper and put 2 up there. And then I'll come down, I'll make another one and put it on the limestone. That will give me the key components that I need, so yeah, we'll start with that. Grab that. There we go. There it is. So now we've got 2 going on copper, we've got 4 going on iron. There's actually another 2 iron nodes over there if I wanted to mess with that, but I don't. I do want to make 1 more so I can start picking up the limestone. And I guess it really doesn't matter which. Means I need 4 more cables. And yes, I just made way more than I needed just to... I'm going to end up having to press the button anyway, and since I'm here I might as well just do it. You can't make too many. Because you're literally going to need thousands more. I'll be back for you. And I'm going to drop this right here. Somewhere right here. And the same as the other. These that are on pure or normal will collect faster than those on the impure. But just like that, full up, so I need to over here. I'm going to drop that. So I'm going to go pick up the copper, and when I come back down, I'm going to start making what I need to upgrade here. The Hub 2 upgrade. So this will give me plenty to get through the Hub 2 upgrade and probably the next upgrade as well. And at that point we'll need to start feeding that biomass generator on the back and get some of the Mark 1 miners up. So I've got that. I guess all I really need right now is some plates and rods. Actually, all I need is plates. So we'll get the 10 iron plates. And here I'm just using shift click, and shift click autofills, and shift click works on most of it. There are a couple of things I think that are bugged at the moment where they're not working, so you have to do it manually.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Scanner Stone. New buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the build menu and craft bench respectively. 7th objective, hub upgrade, conveyor belts. Note, use power poles to expand the power network for optimal results. Note, constructors are capable of constructing copious parts, of which only one type at a time.
At which only one part at a time. One type at a time. Not sure about the English on that, but basically she's just saying that one constructor will make one kind of part and that's it. Sorry about that. But you can change a constructor to any part. It's just not going to make wire and cable at the same time. You're going to have to set one up for wire and then one up for cable. That's all they're saying. And for the time being... Oh, is that reinforced plate? Please don't be reinforced plate. That's reinforced plate. Worst thing in the world to make, reinforced plate. As soon as you can, find the alternate recipe. Get out. Dude. I'm gonna need you to DD Mao. Come here. Come here. Bye, Felicia. Obviously, those things are harmless. But their pathing is kind of wonky. And honestly, after... Don't come back. As you can tell, now he's not... His animation's broken. But I really want him gone. It's hard to get him to run, like, all the way away. There you go. Head that way. Did you get stuck? Got stuck. Don't come back this way. Ah, so annoying. Alright, you just go that way. Done messing with you. I'm done with you. Alright, so what was I doing? Oh. Can I do the smelter? So yeah, I do have the smelter available. Constructors available. What I don't have is the miner, so we're actually gonna make a couple smelters just to make life easier. We're gonna pick these up and move them in a second. But for now, we're gonna do that. that. Just so I can get this stuff going. Which means I need... To start off with, you're just burning regular biomass, which is leaves, wood, whatever you've got. And then we'll be able to make fuel, biofuel. Well, we'll be able to make biomass next, which is a little better, and then we'll be able to make biofuel. But for now, we're just going to hook these direct... no we're not. I lied. We're going to make a power pole. And then we're going to spread from there. And like I said, these are just temporary, just enough to allow me to get some copper and some iron going. Like so, just so I don't have to keep hitting the button. Well, excuse me. I'm going to have to keep hitting the button. There's no way around it. However, I can still do other things and not lose time. So right now what I need is a ton of plates and some screws. Alright, let's start with screws. So what I'm doing is, while I'm making these screws, I should have ingots being made behind me in the smelters. Take that. So I can bounce over real quick, grab that, throw that back in there. Grab that, throw that in there, and it just eliminates one step of me holding buttons down. So for now, I need plates. I need 2 reinforced plates. And then I just need a lot more plates. And so I'll have 100 ingots behind me being made. So, and I usually do this when I go to create an outpost, I will set up a pair of auto miners and start with that before I put in the miners, the Mark 1 miners and the smelters, just to give me something on site. Mostly because I'm not sure where I'm building at any given time. I don't know what the resources are nearby. So, especially when you're going for coal the first time or for oil, you're just going to kind of set up what you've got and then figure out where you want to put a base or an outpost. Oh, did I use all that animal? I did. Ah, yeah, I just did. Duh. I don't know why I keep running past that. Which gives me not enough. But now, in my past games, I would be running back to those auto miners and just collecting the 100 at a time just to get going. Um, what I found is you don't want to rush this game because you will get way ahead of yourself and be using this self-crafting a lot. You want to take your time, let your supplies build as you're doing, building your foundation or whatever you're doing, so that your iron builds up or your parts build up. Explore a little bit here and there. Just let that build up so that you can come back, deplete what you've built or you've made, and then go back and do the next thing. It's just easier if you don't treat this like a race, which I normally do. Alright, there we go. We are going to place these like so. It's sort of easier. We will do this upgrade, and then I'm going to sign off for a bit. Go ahead, Ada.
Congratulations. You have unlocked new buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the build menu and craft bench respectively. 8th objective, hub upgrade, additional power. Advice: when planning the construction of buildings, note the placement of conveyor belts. Caution: overloading the power network guarantees suboptimal performance.
Okay, so at this point, really, we've nothing. We've got all the basics, but what we don't have yet is the Mark 1, which is really what we're looking for before we get carried away. Take that. For the time being, I'm going to refill these just so that they are producing. Another 100 of those, and I'll have to go get some more copper up top. But that's it. That's how you start the game. Real quick, real simple. We'll keep going through, and I'll make this my main game for online, so that I can take you step by step for what I've learned and how I do it. So it looks like our next upgrade is going to give us the Mark 1 miner and the storage containers, and I will show you there's a little pattern that I use, especially for beginning with 2 storage containers, the smelter and the miner, so that when I get that set up, I can just kind of run off of that. It keeps it neat in a nice little area, and I can run to it, and I know exactly where everything's landing. So we will see you next time. Hopefully you learned something or enjoyed, or both. Take care.